There's an old Southern tradition that if you eat pork and there's an old Southern tradition that if you eat pork, cabbage, and black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, you will have a lucky and prosperous new year. So today we're going to make pork and sauerkraut and black-eyed peas. And here's everything you need to have going for you are these lovely pork chops. We're going to give them a little black pepper. Salt. You may not want to go crazy with this because of the saltiness of the sauerkraut we're going to use. A little onion powder. Go easy with this. A little garlic powder. Whoops. Almost just messed that up. I'm going to go over these spices again. And then finally, paprika. I like smoked paprika. It's up to you. Gives a good flavor and also a lovely color once these are browned. Okay, that's step one. Into a saucepan go 2 cans of black-eyed peas. Can't show you these because I already opened them, but trust me, they're black-eyed peas. There you go. We'll get our pan ready. Okay, a couple of turns of canola oil. Turn the fire up. Medium high. Black-eyed peas. We'll start those on medium low. And now we just wait for this to come up to temperature. Okay, so this pan is now nice and hot. You want it to get good, almost smoking. We're going to sear off these chops. There you go. That's a sign of a good hot pan. I'm going to reduce this a little bit, the flame. And I'm going to repeat what we put on the other side. Pepper. Salt. Garlic powder. A little bit. Onion powder. Ooh, almost did it again. And last, paprika. This is smoked. I prefer the smoked. You can use regular paprika if you like. Okay, now the idea here is just to sear these off and brown them. Bring this back over here. There we go. Turn them in the order you put them in. So it's maybe 2 minutes, 2.5. Turn the flame down under the peas. And into the peas, I'm going to put a nice big knob of butter. Stir that around. That's pretty much it. You can check this when you want for seasoning. The canned peas are kind of salty already, so use your own judgment towards the end. Let that melt down. And then we're going to take these off. You got a nice sear on that side. You don't want to cook them through in here. You're just browning them, searing them. So we want to remove some of this excess oil. Hold on. Then we are going to add to the pan a bag of sauerkraut. Get the refrigerated kind. Don't get the canned stuff. It's really crappy. Hold on, I need a knife. Okay. In with that, give that a little stir. And I did forget one ingredient. One of the most important ones is a good dark beer. This is Guinness Stout. You can use a lighter beer if you like to, but we're going to put this whole bottle in there. Let that come up to a boil. Now into this you're going to add another ingredient that I forgot to mention, fennel seed. So if you're going to make this, you'll have to watch the video over again because I screwed up. About yay much, I'd call that probably a large tablespoon. It's a very German sort of thing when you make pork and sauerkraut. It's a really great flavor. Shouldn't have used the spoon on that. So this butter is melting down here. This is going to require very much more attention. So we'll give this a minute to come up to a boil, and then we'll put the pork chop. All right, now this has come back to a boil. The alcohol's cooking off out of the beer, and we're going to take the chops and return them to the pan. We'll let that cook uncovered for about 5 minutes. And that butter is almost completely melted. I don't put a lot else in there. I like just the butter. As I say, the beans are pretty salty. I'll probably add a little pepper, maybe a little salt at the very end, but we'll taste it for seasoning first. Okay, so this has been cooking 5 minutes at a pretty fast boil. I'm going to turn this fire down to low. Take some of this sauerkraut. Keep the chops nice and moist. I'm going to have a little too much liquid in here, I think, at the end, so I may have to boil it down a little, but we shall see. The beans are turned off. We put a tight lid on this and cook it low and slow for 45 minutes to an hour. That's my edit mark. Okay, so 1 hour has passed since these were extra thick chops. I gave them a little more cooking time. So you see we've got a lot of liquid here. So what I'm going to do is take these off. because remember, they're going to continue to cook. That looked delicious. Take those off. Bring the fire back up to high. I'm going to let that reduce probably about another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Don't want it to be too liquidy and run all over the plate. So we'll reduce that down, and then we're done. As you can see, this is cooked down a good bit. It's not too watery now. So we're going to return these chops to the pan. They won't be cold yet, but I just want to warm them through. Cover them back up for a minute. The beans, I did add a little bit more butter, if I hadn't said that before. You might want to add a little salt to taste, but they're done. So we'll let this stay for a minute just to warm through, and we will plate it up. Nice clean plate here. And that's it. There you have it. Pork and sauerkraut with black-eyed peas. Good luck for a new year. I hope you all have a happy and prosperous 2018. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up after you view it. And please subscribe to my channel. Hit that red button. If you want to be notified whenever a new video comes out, there's a bell next to the subscribe button. If you click on that, you'll get an email notification. Thank you, and Happy New Year.